Today, I'm going to be talking about my fitness journey, but every 2 minutes, I'm going to do 5 push-ups. Anyways, let's change the scenery and I'll meet you outside. I'm outside. Shit's wicked. I already been recording about 2 minutes, so let's do 5 fucking push-ups, bro. My fitness journey started from very young. I would think I was about like 7th grade, maybe 8th grade. And for me, I always like felt super self-conscious because I was like a really like chubby kid. I would always wear like shorts and a hoodie to school in elementary. And I had basically like zero self-confidence. So whenever I first initially took that step in 7th or 8th grade, I started like just lifting at home. Fortunately, my parents had some weights like in the garage, so I would just be lifting that and just like getting PRs from that, I felt so happy. I'm gonna insert a clip of me hitting 110 like for a bench PR when I was little, bro. I was so hype, dead ass.
You don't fucking understand. But let's fucking go! Let's go!
I think I did 6. Anyways, as I was getting taller and I was getting a little bigger, more jacked, I started getting a lot more confidence in myself and being in the gym and just like working on myself, like going into a freshman year, I genuinely felt such a dramatic difference, not only like physically because I had more energy, but also just like from other people. I felt like people were more receiving of me. I felt less judged and more accepted for who I was instead of being like the big chubby kid that people just found like cute or funny. People finally saw me as like attractive. I was in such denial that it was even possible that I kept having this idea in my head like, oh, like you're not attractive, like you're still this fat kid, but it wasn't a reality. And I'm so happy that I even started doing anything in the first place. For me, when I was first initially losing that first chunk of weight, in middle school, I had weighed like maybe like 144. I was like maybe 5'2". 144 at 5'2" is, I was a little chunky on the little bigger side. Then going into like my freshman year, I think I slimmed down to 140, almost like 5'7" though. So as I was growing up, I was just staying around the consistent weight and trying to just stay lean as I was like going through it. My big thing for me when it came to losing weight was lifting weights and then also playing soccer. I enjoyed soccer so much. I played soccer like all through my life, but in middle school especially, I met these guys at like at the back of a middle school, and I just started playing with them every day during the summer. It was around COVID times, and we just had like so much fun just doing whatever. And that just helped me like so much to just go outside and just start exercising and made me feel more open to it. I might have to ramp it up to 10 push-ups because I think it's a little too easy. Going into high school, I was part of the athletics team, and thus being part of athletics, I was in soccer, obviously. I mean, not because of, it's just what I grew up playing. It's not because of my, anyways. But yeah, I enjoy soccer so much, and getting in the weight room, I just found a lot more solace in lifting weights than even just like being with my teammates. I always felt strange because I never felt like I fit in with any of the cliques that were like inside of my soccer team. I was more so just there for the workouts. Like I kind of almost dreaded games. I liked the competitive side of it, but I also didn't. For me, playing casual was always like the best thing. It was just so much more fun to me. But the workouts, the gym, the everything about it, the physicality of it, I love that shit. I ate it up. It was my favorite thing about it. Ten push-ups deep. But anyways, I had done soccer for my freshman and sophomore years of high school. And then after that, I had just started focusing more on my studies. Going into my junior in high school, oh my God, I'm lightheaded. Going into my junior and my senior year of high school, I took a more laid back approach and I started focusing less on my health and more on my school. And that kind of led me to go through a lot of like things mentally. I think I could see the huge impact immediately as I started doing less physical stuff. I felt more depressed. I was more in my head about a lot of things. And I think what physical activity was for me was a big release at the time, especially because I was finally communicating to girls as, people do, and that brought me a lot of stress that I didn't know how to handle. Back then in my freshman and my sophomore years of high school, I had a release, but in my junior and senior year, I had no way of releasing. And as I got into my freshman year of college and going into my sophomore year of college, I feel like it's gotten worse. There are moments where I have a lot of motivation to continue to be healthy and go to the gym and work out. And there's other instances where I just don't do anything or I start eating unhealthy, and thus I get the repercussions of that. I start feeling very, like I was saying, in my head, very depressed. I just feel very weird at times. And I think it's just because I feel so lackluster. But one thing I did in college that I think anybody should do if they feel like they don't have time or they need like somebody to tell them when to do stuff. Because some people, it's difficult to take that first initiative. I joined a rec sport and I played 7-on-7 soccer with some random guys that I met, and talking to them and exercising with them, having practices with them, that really helped me out in a lot of the instances where I felt like I wasn't really exercising or not really getting outside a lot, just because that's what college does. It's one thing that definitely helped me get out of my comfort zone too, kind of just meeting new people. And I really recommend that if you're finding any trouble like with exercising or just going outside in general. Anyways, to end off this video, 2025 was a big year for me where I was going through a lot of stuff mentally, and I kind of pushed like that physical side to the side. And I really want to create a big balance going into 2076 of not only prioritizing my mental health, but my physical health. I think through prioritizing both of them, I'll start to see a lot of benefits. And that's also something that I want to document through the channel as well. Thank you so much for the recent support. All the videos, I really appreciate it. Literally everything means the world to me. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. It really does mean a lot. Anyways, I hope you have an amazing rest of your night or day, no matter what time of the day you're watching this. And if you enjoyed this and you want to see more goofy shit like this, please consider subscribing or just let me know in the comments. It really means a lot to me. Anyways, I'm gonna catch you. All right, first off, like I said before, I wanted you to see how cool I look.